Should nonviolence become a way of life? Why or why not?
Nonviolence, by some, well, all of us are born to be in peace. The word is in Hebrew shalom, in Arabic salam, in Latin la paz, or in English peace. It's written in the Bill of Rights, in the Constitution of the United States, the preamble. We hold these truths to be self-evident to all men, dig it, not women and children, are created equal, you know, and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, pursuit of happiness and life and liberty, I would call peace. Be able to have peace, contentment, without violence, without harm. But there are other philosophies about creation. Among the Yoruba people of West Africa, and we are a West African and North African people, and maybe Southern European people also, as well as Native Americans, so-called Asiatic peoples here in North and South America continent. Among them, there's the concept that the universe is a violent place to live in. That space, which this planet Earth is revolving around in, is a thermodynamic, a nuclear fission bomb going off all the time. Stars, suns, moons, planets are created in an instance by the creator of life. And that the earth is a violent place to live on. If you look at nature, you have thunderstorms, lightning, earthquakes, sandstorms, you know, tornadoes, did I mention that? Tidal waves, very violent. Animals who will kill you, 4 foot and 2 feet animals who will hurt you, violent. So many cultures that have existed since time began worked out a way to deal with the violent nature of themselves. Among the people of the Orient, you have those who meditate, as I said before, as well as America. Meditation is for all people. All people have sat sometime and meditated, who looked into their consciousness to study themselves, their thoughts, words, and deeds. Concentration, to focus on one point. See? Concentration. We all do it in our own way, in our own time. It has nothing to do with a particular religious group, ethnic group, or racial group on the earth, a national group. All of us, sometime in our life, sit and meditate. Sit and concentrate. So, some people developed arts, martial arts, jujitsu, karate, kung fu, you see, tai chi, to calm the rest of the spirit of the beast in us, because we are also animal as well as spirit. We're mind, spirit, body, and soul. See? Soul comes from the Latin word sun, soul. We have the sun in us. Do we have the moon in us? Sin. Some of us sin bad. Yeah. So, we say we have the moon on the left hand, the sun on the right hand. The right eye is symbolic of the sun, the left eye is symbolic of the moon, and in between is the great all-seeing eye, which is called the bindu, or the bij, the point of beginning, the seed, the sperm, you know, whatever we may call it. So we have all of that going for us as human beings. But we must learn to practice nonviolent resistance to evil. It's very important that we learn this as a society. Now, I take nonviolence as a way of life. However, I must be honest to you, because I've been told not to tell a lie. You must be able to teach the truth, that I've had nonviolent and violent thoughts in my life. There have been times when I wanted to destroy that bee that stung me, or the bee stung me because I was trying to get to him or it. It was only defending itself. We have a right to defend ourselves as sentient, conscious beings. All sentient, conscious beings on the earth have a right to defend themselves. They have a right to love, but they have a right to defend themselves. If some other being or creature is trying to take its life or harm it, it's only natural that this goes on. So to ask human beings a lot of times not to practice nonviolence when they are being harmed or when they feel threatened, their life threatened, is to ask them to do an unnatural thing. Do you understand me? So as I've grown in wisdom and knowledge, I would say, yes, let's practice nonviolent resistance at all times. Self-control, self-discipline, to abstain from doing that which will harm ourselves and others. We must think down the line before we speak, act out our thoughts, words, and deeds. For once we speak, we put into the cause, and then it's going to be effect. Even when we think, speak, act, we're putting forth energies, which in the law of the circle, 360 degrees, will come back to us in this life or in the hereafter. So I would say, be like the left and the right hand. Practice nonviolence, but be able also to redirect the energies so it will not harm you or your family. Remember Kung Fu with David Carradine? Master Po talked of this. He says, seek to avoid any type of evil. Run away from evil if you can. If you can't, seek to redirect the energies. All right? If you can't redirect the energies, try to block. If you can't block, then try to maim. If you can't maim, then only as a last resort, then kill. I think we as a civilization need to study the wisdom of ancient peoples who lived on this continent and others. Never take a life, if not only if it's in self-defense and you feel like you're going to be killed, or only to feed your body. And the greatest sacrifice is to feed the hungry mouth. That's the greatest sacrifice.